And I was talking to you get into the game flow of things, and we talked to our offensive guys too, and I think sometimes when you go against 4 down teams, you never really forget about your camp principles, but I think sometimes when you're 4 weeks in a row of going against 4 down teams, I think you kind of start getting into that groove a little bit. It's like going through a whole spring ball of just seeing that stuff if you don't see it for a month. So yeah, they definitely have similar philosophy, similar ideas, and so yeah, we gotta figure out different ways to fool them.
Gone really fast, gone against teams that go really fast the last 2 weeks. Iowa State, not really that kind of mold. Does that present any different kind of challenges for you guys?
Same challenge, different form, because as Oklahoma and Texas Tech would do it with, as you said, just speed, getting up to the line and snapping the thing really fast. Iowa State doesn't do that, but a ton. They do it a little bit, but they do it with trade, shift, and motion. So it's not like they're going to just line up and give you 15 seconds to diagnose what they're in and every little nuance of it. They're going to move people, shift people around, and although the tempo might not be super fast, the pictures are going to change, and you're going to have to adapt to them really quickly. So it's very similar in that way.
What do you see from Hunter Deckers, the quarterback?
I think he's got a really good understanding of the offense. I think he is obviously somebody I think they feel very comfortable with. It seems like they've given him Brock Purdy was such a tremendous football player and had such good command of everything. It's hard to make a comparison to him, but I think he's certainly a guy that understands everything that they're doing. I don't see that they've changed a whole lot philosophically because they've had a change at that position, and so yeah, he's a really good football player.
What was it about last week that made you guys think this was a good time to let Khalid Duke go up and pass rush?
In fairness to him, he's been in spots that, and we've had, injuries and lineup things that have been kind of in flux for a long time. And so, in fairness to him, he wasn't doing what he's best suited to do. He can do that stuff just fine. But, to get the most out of him, he needs to be closer to the ball. And so, there's going to be times where he's going to do that, and there's going to be times where he's going to do what he does and has been doing out in space sometimes. But I think he plays his fastest the closer he gets to the ball, and so the more we can get him in there, the better off we're going to be.
What are the challenges with Hutchinson?
The fact that he catches everything and gets targeted all the time. He's got good speed. He's got really good body control. I think he creates separation even if you connect on him. I think he's got tremendous range in his catch radius. And I think they do a very creative job of finding ways to target him. It's not always down the field stuff. I think we obviously have to be on top of him in his down the field stuff, and then in the same respect, if he catches balls that are in the under coverage, we got to knock him down right away. I mean, we can't allow yak yardage to beat us either.
How close is Nate?
Been practicing quite a bit this week. I wouldn't say he's quite 100%. I don't know who is at this point of the season, but he is. He's getting close. Yeah, he'll play significantly.
When you have Felix and Khalid lined up on the same side like you did multiple times on Saturday, I mean, how frustrating is that for opposing offensive coordinators?
The game's about matchups, right? You talk about Xavier Hutchinson. It's the same interior. You got matchup with Khalid Duke on somebody. If you can get a Felix a one-on-one, if you can get Nate Matlack a one-on-one, if you can get some of these guys opportunities, they're going to win more than they lose. And so that's the game. It's just finding creative ways to try to do that. The same way that their offensive coordinators trying to find ways to get Xavier Hutchinson the ball in space, or Charlie Kohler a year ago, or whatever it was. That's what we do.
Have you tried to address some of the communication issues you might have had against Tech, given that you're going to a road environment?
Yeah, I don't know if it was as many issues as it was just flat busts with technique. But yeah, we're constantly hammering that. When you're playing a lot of young guys that just don't see the game and process it as quickly, I think the more that we can get guys working together, the better off we're going to be. And we've been trying to hammer that daily.
Coach Klein's been your counterpart as the offensive coordinator here for about half a season. I guess if you can count last year, it's a full season. Or full half season. I guess it was 6 games. What have you kind of seen him learn and grow as an offensive coordinator?
It takes a while to get in your groove. I know that, and he's starting to find his groove a little bit right now, and I think that's once you get into your way and how you want to, manage a game, how you want to manage a week, how you want to anticipating issues before they arise and thinking about them on Tuesday, so you don't have to think about them on Saturday. I think that's what the experience in this profession does, and he's doing an awesome job.
What do you like about being on the field versus being in the booth?
I think I just get a better pulse on the players, a little bit better. As an example, last week, and I think Coach Klanderman really challenged the guys at halftime, but I saw the same look in the middle of the second quarter. I think we were playing really good defense for a stretch there. I think through the first 27 plays, I think they had 48 yards or something like that. I mean, it was really good, and I think it's got to become a little bit. I didn't see the same intensity at the end of the first half, and as a result, we gave up a idiotic field goal on a 2-minute drive and a long drive prior to that, and I think I could see that look in their eyes, and I just having the finger on the pulse there to try to reignite that is something that you don't get when you're up in the sky.
When you look at the film from Saturday with Iowa State, did it surprise you that they only scored 11 points considering how they played?
Yeah, I thought they moved the ball well. I think they kind of had some self-destruction things happen. Didn't finish drives with kicks, and I think they probably squandered some opportunities they'd like to have back. But Kansas did a great job. Hats off to them. But Iowa State's much better, I think, than what they showed on Saturday offensively.
Deckers is a guy that's kind of had some ups and downs this season. What are you kind of seeing out of what he's shown?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's probably a week ago he'd like to have some things back, but he's also on the flip side of that looked really good. He looked really good against Ohio. He looked really good at times, I thought, against Iowa. So he's experience matters, and he's getting into game 6 now too. So he's getting better in each week.
They lost some guys who've been there for a really long time. How much has their offense changed without the quarterback and the running back you guys are going up against?
Yeah, I mean, Brees Hall is such a good player. Charlie Kolar's the three-headed monster of tight ends they had last year was as good as I can, anywhere. I mean, those guys were phenomenal. And then Brock Purdy as a trigger man, just dealing cards out there. I thought that was as potent offensively and posed more matchup problems maybe than anybody else in the league for everybody. And they're doing it now with different guys. I mean, they've got some talented guys. I think they're just probably in the middle of finding out what the roles are for those different guys.
With a young first-year quarterback as a defense play caller, do you always want to get after those guys a little bit?
I think you want to mix up your pictures, sure. I mean, I think you don't want to let that guy sit in there and be comfortable, just doing what you do all the time and the stuff that he's practiced 100 times. I think you want to be able to change things on him a little bit, and I think we've got the ability to do that.
Couple more, if anything. You guys have turned over the ball a lot at home. You only played the one road game. You didn't have any in that one. Is there any difference or keys to making that happen on the road versus home?
You're talking about defensively?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I think, I think we just keep playing hard and we keep playing physical and we let the chips fall where they may. I wish there was a magic turnover defense that I could call and get things going, but I think guys just busting their balls and I think staying relentless in our pursuit and good things tend to happen.